Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Tariq Shahzad and now we are going to discuss about the reproduction in fungi, that how fungi reproduce and it increase in number and disperse itself throughout different environment. And in this we will discuss only asexual reproduction, that how fungi reproduce asexually and it increase in number. Through asexual reproduction, fungi have 4 different methods. Fungi can reproduce asexually by spores formation, by conidia formation, by fragmentation and budding. These are 4 different methods of asexual reproduction. We will discuss it in detail. This is a long question. So in first paragraph it says that fungi reproduce sexually mostly and asexually less. That one is also an MCQ. That first thing, keep in mind that there are both methods of reproduction that are found in fungi. Fungi can reproduce through sexual reproduction as well as it can reproduce through asexual reproduction. Both methods are found, but sexual reproduction is mostly. This one is an MCQs, and asexual reproduction is less. So mark in your book that sexual fungi reproduce mostly through sexual reproduction. Means there are both type of method in fungi, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction, but sexual reproduction is mostly observed in fungi. Next one is no sexual reproduction is seen in imperfect fungi. No sexual reproduction is seen in imperfect fungi. No sexual reproduction mean that's why we say that it is imperfect fungi. Perfect and imperfect. Perfect mean complete and imperfect mean incomplete. In all other type of fungi there is both sexual and asexual reproduction, but in case of this fungi, imperfect fungi, its other name we will also discuss detail in the next topic, that it is incomplete or imperfect. Why? The reason is that there is no methods of sexual reproduction in imperfect fungi. This one is an also MCQ written in this paragraph that we are discussing now. Next one is asexual reproduction. Our question starts from here, that what are the different methods of asexual reproduction in fungi. This one is an long question. So to discuss asexual reproduction in fungi, first of all you have to write the all 4 names of method through which fungi can divide can reproduce asexually. So these 4 methods you can write their names according to your sequence. You can change their position, and one method is spores, other method is conidia, and third method is fragmentation, fourth method is budding. These are 4 different methods through which fungi can reproduce asexually. So we will discuss first of all the spores. In the last line of your topic written is that common means of reproduction. Means spore formation is a common means of reproduction. This one is an MCQs. And next one is spores produce inside sporangia, and if there is only single sporangia it is known as sporangium. Sporangium. Spores are most common means of reproduction and they are produced inside sporangia. Means if it is single then it is known as sporangium. Next, this is the diagram of sporangia. That is single one, sporangium. Here there are different spores that are present within the sporangia, and the red dots within the sporangium shows that these are spores and they are attached with the rhizoids, and that one is hyphae. And you see that the sporangia and its bearing hyphae is completely cut off from the other hyphae or main hyphae through a septa. And my daughter is crying. Wait for some time. Yeah, next one is there are different properties of spores. That what are the properties of spores? Spores may produce sexually, spores may produce asexually. These spores are haploid and non-motile, small in size, large in number, not need water for their dispersal, dispersed by wind, insects, small animals, and rain splashes. And whenever they dispersed and land on a suitable place, they will germinate to give new mycelium. They will germinate to give new mycelium, and that is the life cycle when fungi reproduce, forming spores through asexual reproduction. That one is a mycelium, and on which a sporangium is attached, and sporangium bears spores. These spores disperse, and when land on suitable soil, they will germinate and mycelium is formed, and again this mycelium will change into this form and produce sporangia wherein spores are formed. This cycle will be repeated. So that was all about the reproduction in fungi through spores formation. Once again, through spore formation, spores it is a common methods of asexual reproduction in fungi, and these spores are produced within the sporangia, not outside the sporangia. They are produced within the sporangia, and these spores may be produced by sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction, large in number, small in size, and whenever they dispersed, they only dispersed by wind, rain splashes, small animals, insects, but not they needed water for the dispersal. And whenever they land on a suitable soil or on a suitable medium, then they grow to form their mycelium again, and their sporangia are formed in which spores are produced, and then the cycle will be starts. So you can see in this diagram that all things are haploid, no one is diploid. Diploid is only related to sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, fungus cells are also haploid, so there is no chance of their fertilization, because the reproduction is asexual. So in asexual reproduction, there is no chance of their fertilization, so no haploid structure is seen in this diagram. And next one is fragmentation. Fragmentations mean part formation. They break into different parts, and these parts can form the mycelium. Means whenever mycelium is mature, and whenever this mycelium is mature, it will be broken down into different pieces or into different parts, and these parts will germinate, or these parts will grow to form a new mycelium. So in fragmentation, it says that mycelium break and each fragment give rise to new mycelium. For example, that one is a total mycelium, and it will break into different parts, azanic being called. So we will start after this. Yeah. Next one was budding. That how they reproduce by budding. Budding mean bud formation, and bud is an outgrowth. Outgrowth mean a part that show more growth, and the nucleus of the parent will divide, and some of the nucleus goes to the bud. Bud increase in size, and when it attain the size a size equal to the parent cell, then it have both option. Either it detach from the parent or can attach with parent to form a filaments or large colonies. So in budding, bud outgrowth on the yeast. That process is seen in yeast, and there are two unique features about yeast. Yeast is a non-hyphal, and yeast is a unicellular fungus. So asymmetric division, that one is an MCQs, are equal division. It means that in both type of division, asymmetric mean unequal and equal divisions may occur. That one is an MCQ, that asymmetric division is occurred in budding, not in any other type of reproduction. Next one is bud detach or attach to parent. Mean both options are available. Either it detach from the parent, means separated from the parent, or it can combine with them, or live attached with their parent atom and form a large colonies. So that is the yeast cell, and a bud is formed, nucleus divide and goes into bud increase inside, and other bud is formed. It means that at a time more than one bud can be formed, and next the bud is separated, first bud and second bud also going to attain the size equal to their parent cell. So that was all about the budding. And last one is conidia. Conidia are asexual spores. It is also an MCQ, that conidia is an asexual spores. So asexual spores are conidia, non-motile, produce on conidiophore. Produce on conidiophore mean not inside. That one is also an MCQ, that conidia produce outside the structures, not inside. Produce on conidiophores, not inside, in the form of chains, cluster, large in number, survive weeks. It means that it can survive many weeks. So conidia have more resistance to cope with the harsh environment or unsuitable environment. So means besides other methods, the methods of conidia formation make the help for fungus to survive in unsuitable or undesirable condition. So large in number and survive in weeks. That one is in the diagram of conidia. These are spores that are called conidia, and they are produced on the conidiophore. That is conidiophore on which the conidia are present. So that was all about the asexual reproduction in fungi. Allah Hafiz.